Hello everyone and welcome to another video review by Centipede Geek. Today I'll be reviewing a film with the name of Lake of Death. This film actually comes out of the country of Norway. It came out on Shudder streaming service as of August 30th of 2020, and the plot, according to IMDb, reads: Lillian and some friends travel back to the remote cabin by the little lake where her twin brother died last year. Soon after arriving, strange things start happening. Inspired by the 1958 classic horror film. I will say I am not familiar with the 1958 classic horror film in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I have no idea. I've never seen it, but I have seen this film, so I won't be talking about the old film. Maybe you could comment below and let me know what you guys thought about the old film if you've seen it. So what did I think about this movie? If you've been watching some of my recent videos, you'll know that I've been watching a lot of films on Shudder recently, especially horror films. I don't know if I've just kind of had a kick for these recently, or if I just started to like these all of a sudden. But I've been binge watching a lot of sort of foreign features on Shudder recently, and I've liked previous ones, and I would definitely would need to add this Lake of Death, this Norwegian foreign feature to these films I've liked recently, because it's definitely a solid foreign horror film. On IMDb, it's got a 4.3 out of 10 star rating, and on Rotten Tomatoes, it holds a 30% on the tomato meter and a 29% on the overall audience score with no critics' consensus yet. I guess there's not enough reviews or ratings. My opinion, definitely deserves a higher score than a 4 or a 30%. That's really low. That's like an F, if you're in your grade school rating, that's not very good at all. I would give at least a 7 or an 8 or even a 9. Overall, it's a very good horror film. I can't think of anything immediately that I didn't like about the movie. It is more of a slow burn horror film, similar to some of the stuff I've been watching recently. There's not a lot of blood, not a lot of gore and guts in this movie. So if you're into that sort of thing, this movie's probably not for you. This one's more of a slow burn. I will also say it's not your PG-13 sort of jump scare horror kind of movie. It's something different than that. It's mainly about the story and the concept. All these friends go out to this cabin in the middle of the woods where her brother died in the lake last year, and all these kind of weird things start to happen, and they sort of kind of suspect that maybe one of the mouth blowers they had, her dog Toto gets tied up, and they think, well, maybe one of us did it, and they kind of get suspicious of one another, and then they think of an outside source, and maybe they think it's supernatural, but they don't want to believe it's supernatural, and that's kind of the basis of the plot. I really like the last 10-15 minutes. Once you find out everything that's going on, the movie has a really nice story and sort of concept to it. And the best thing about the movie, in my opinion, there are some, and this is, once again, mild spoilers ahead. I won't say what's in the scenes themselves, but there are some really great underwater shots and some really great underwater sequences where there's two characters that are underwater, and it's during some of the final moments in the movie. Like I said, mild spoilers. There's some great underwater shots where it's just everything looks really cool, and it's probably some of my favorite sort of underwater shots or sequences that I have seen probably in the past couple of years or in quite some time. I can't think of another movie immediately. Another movie does not come to mind that uses these underwater shots or sequences in the same fashion as the Norwegian feature called Lake of Death does. Overall, once again, really like this movie. I would be curious about checking out the original 1958 classic horror film to see sort of maybe the similarities or where the inspirations came from. Overall, this is a really cool one. It's got some pretty cool actors in it. I'm not familiar with any of the actors, but I definitely think it had a solid cast in it for this kind of film. Once again, thanks for watching the video review by Centipede Geek. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. Thanks for watching.